In today's video, I'm going to recreate this setup that we have in Amazon so you can see where it came from. Now here's a blank daily chart, and what I have to do is look at all possible retracements, extensions, and projections on this chart to identify the setup. So let's start with that. I'm going to start with what I like to call symmetry. That's where you're comparing swings in the same direction. So we'll be comparing some of these prior swings with the current decline and see if anything is similar. So we'll start with that. And let's see, how about this swing? High to low from this high. No, that's not going to work. Okay, we went through that, so we're going to get rid of it. But we do have this prior high to low. Okay, that definitely comes in below. We also have another high to low swing here. Okay, that one we went through, so we'll get rid of it. Another high to low here. Now that's very interesting. 207.03. And then there's some of the larger swings, but that's going to come in a lot lower. And then there's the swing inside of that swing. Okay, so far we have one price relationship that is close. What else are we going to look at? Well, let's take a look at retracements. So with the retracements, what I can do is I can look at the last low to the highest high in this swing, but I can also use the higher lows, but I have to be coming ultimately from the highest high for this to be valid. So let's take a look at these retracements and see what might overlap that symmetry. So low to high. Okay, that comes in below. Higher low to the high. Okay, another higher low to the high. This one, higher low to the high. And then we also have this swing, low to the high, and then there's also one more inside of here. Okay, now we're going to get rid of all the levels that the market went through because that doesn't have value anymore. But right now we still have, we do have some nice retracements that come in just a little bit underneath that symmetry projection. But what I want to look at next are potential extensions. Now it looks like there might only be one that's close. So let me just clean up this chart a little bit, and then what we'll do is run the extensions. Okay, so we're going to take this low to this high and see where that comes in. Low to high. Okay, well, guess what? We basically have a setup right here, right now. And it comes in with a 1272 extension, this low to high, and it also overlaps a symmetrical projection from a prior high to low swing. So this is a setup by itself because it includes symmetry. Symmetry by itself is a setup, so if it includes other price relationships, it's good. So that is a decision. Another area that stands out is just going to be a little bit underneath the 204.94 to 205.86 area. So bottom line, we're in a support decision. I do not see a buy trigger yet as far as a swing trade because, typically for a swing trade, you're going to wait for either a 15 or a 30-minute chart to trigger before getting excited about it. But let me give you a potential target, let's say, if we hold this support, this first area. So for that, we're just going to measure the prior high to low. Okay. And this says that the potential upside target, if this low is more important, would come in at 221.42, and then 225.25 would be the second target. The definition of risk for me would be underneath this 207.03 area. So hope that helps. Not sure it makes sense to everybody, but that's how we set up trades every single day.